we're going to have a look at ways that we can use the iVario Pro in your service and a la carte timing. Today we've got an example of 3 really quick dishes that we're going to make in a little over 5 minutes. For this, we're going to utilise iZoneControl with our iVario Pro. So Joseph's going to get started making some of our selections. On the left-hand side, we've got some boiling happening where we're using a typical like bain-marie situation as well as boiling and blanching items. And then on the right-hand side, we're going to be doing some frying of fish at the back and also frying of seafood at the front. So we have a few different zones operating within our iVario. Now, the zones that aren't operating are not actually heating. So that means that we're also saving a little bit of energy when they're not required at that time as well. Okay. We can see the iVario Pro has signaled that we're ready to start the loading process. So Joseph's going to go ahead and start loading some of these items in. Now, in a traditional kind of a la carte environment, quite often it involves a lot of different pieces of equipment and it spreads you out over the kitchen in a lot of different areas, which means you end up needing multiple chefs at the same time. Here with the iVario Pro, in just a really small footprint, we have really great flexibility as what you're able to do. Okay, so we've got our fish loaded on our left-hand side. You can see Joseph loading in some of our gnocchi, as well as some garnish that we're going to use for our fish as well. Okay, so not only, I guess, are we loading those items in, but as Joseph makes the selection, as he's dropping those items in, it's activating a timer, which is going to ensure that we get the perfect cooking and quality results. Okay, so it's not going to be overcooked, not going to be undercooked. We can ensure that we get that consistency in the cooking right the way through. Okay. Now we have our scallops going in. We're going to load that together with our asparagus and we're going to cook with a little bit of capers and butter as well. So we've got a few different flavours happening in there. Once we get all of those items loaded in there, we'll wait a couple of minutes until the first item's ready to come out and then we'll be back to begin our plating. All right, the iVario Pro is now signalling that our boiling items are ready, so our gnocchi is ready to come out. So Joseph's going to start removing some of those items and we can begin the plating up process. Okay. So here, I mean, compared to traditional cooking, you would have a lot of different items and a lot of different people and you'd be working in quite a large area. This way, I guess we've got everything in a small space. You can save a little bit of footprint in your kitchen and you'll end up having not only a smaller kitchen, but it will help you also reduce the amount of staff that you might need and require in your kitchen as well. Cool. So that's our first dish ready to go. Okay. We have for our fish here, again, our quick little bit of boiling that we've done. We've got our green beans, potatoes, etc. Making a nice fish dish. How's the fish coming, Joseph? We're almost ready to start the plate up.
Yep, I'm just flipping the scallops.
Awesome. I'll get ready for the scallops. We've got our puree. So this one's just holding. We're using that bain-marie function as well. Ooh. And that can go back in ready to go as well. Ooh. Finish our gnocchi, a little bit of blue cheese.
For our fish is ready.
Okay, so we got one example here of how we're using the iVario for our service time now, where we're doing some pan frying and boiling. But with the iVario, keep in mind there's a lot of different ways that we can use the iVario. So we could be doing boiling, we could be doing deep frying, could be doing pan frying, or we could be doing sous vide cooking. There's a lot of different ways in which you can use the iVario when it comes to utilisation at service time. Okay, so this is just one little example. Do you need a tray or are you okay?
No, I'm all right.
Cool.
Set all right. Beautiful seared scallops on.
So you can see the quality in the searing of the scallops there and just how even that cooking is as well. We basically selected it using our iZoneControl in the process. It gave us a timer automatically just for the 2 minutes and we get perfectly cooked scallops ready for our customers. Then we just have our fish.
There we go.
Beautiful.
And here comes the fish.
Awesome. So hopefully, I mean, in this short period of less than 5 minutes, you can see how we've produced these 3 dishes really quickly, ready for our customers. And you've seen ways that the iVario is super flexible for you to use in an a la carte environment. So there we have it. Lovely work, Joseph. We've got a few dishes ready for our customers.